solar plexus and sacral chakras. Yours are very connected. Tracing along the energy lines. I can feel you literally melting into me, your energy at least. Get a little bit of cloudiness in this throat chakra. It's starting to come out now. Welcome to my kitchen, babies. This is where I do all my healthy eating. Jeremy and I both like fresh fruits and vegetables. I even grew some of my very own zucchini in my garden. So of course, if we're gonna put fresh fruits and vegetables and fresh food into our bodies, then we're gonna do no less for our child, Chili. That's why I'm partnering with today's sponsor, Spot and Tango, with their dog food, Unkibble. These ingredients are so fresh and easy to see that you can literally get them on the bag themselves. All recognizable words, things like beef, barley, green beans, beets, and more. Nothing artificial, and only things that are meant to give your pup a long, healthy life. I even love that the bag says that your pup should live forever, because Chili is going to live forever, and no one's going to tell me otherwise. Chili is a super picky eater, and a lot of times he'll have to hide treats inside his regular food just so he'll eat it. But ever since we switched to Unkibble, he's so much more motivated to run to his food bowl. He'll even take this out of my hand like a treat, which he would never do before with his regular kibble. If you're also a pet parent who struggles with a picky eater and you've tried all the toppers and mix-ins, this is your sign to give Unkibble a try. You can save 60% off your order with code CHILL60, and if your pet doesn't like it, you can get your money back. Thank you so much to Spot and Tango for sponsoring today's video. Now relax and enjoy. Hi, Isabel.
Hi.
Welcome to your session. So excited to work on your energy today. We are going to do an assessment of the energy first. We're going to check all the different frequencies. So that's light frequency, and we also have color. So those are the two frequencies that make up your auric field. And then we'll see what you need from there.
Okay.
So feel free to close your eyes and relax. This is a very passive experience for you. And you'll be hearing things as I work on these energy forces. And you may experience physical touch as well. If anything feels uncomfortable in the spirit or the body, I want you to tell me. That could be offering us information about how everything's working, but it also, if the body and the mind are not comfortable, they're going to close up, and we want to be able to have them nice and open to do this work. So I'm placing on some bracelets, going with our dried seed beads today. This will help to activate that sound field and also allow you to know where I am in space, because I won't always be making contact with the body. Okay. So first, just talking to the body, almost inputting data like a computer. And I'm getting some interesting readings right away. The sound energy, the waves, sound waves, are a little bit misaligned. So when this happens, you can definitely feel a little overwhelmed, extra overwhelmed and stressed. You can wind up feeling a different sensation of not really absorbing experiences, so feeling almost like you're floating and not as grounded. I'm just going to press on the body while I'm doing this, especially on key chi points. These are energy points. Okay, so there's definitely a little bit of that same disjointed energy here and misalignment. So it's actually interesting because usually when we have misaligned energy on the top half, it's not as bad on the bottom half, but your bottom half is actually worse. You're really going through the motions right now. The ability to think about what direction you want to place your feet into, feeling grounded and secure, being able to make choices knowing that you have that grounded and security backing you up in your choices, that's a little bit lost right now for you. So you're kind of just going with the flow, which is not a bad thing. It's just we like to be a little more balanced. And in that way we can trust our own instincts and feel like we have more purpose, power, and control over our own life. Okay, now I'm going to check for the light energy. So checking over the major chakras, starting here at the crown and the high heart. And that's intact and good. Good connection to the self, the spirit. Third eye is a little bit dark and cloudy. Throat chakra, fluttering. Okay. Neutral, heart chakra. Heart chakra is a little bit cloudy as well, not as bad as the third eye, but can use a clearing. Solar plexus and sacral chakras. Yours are very connected. Strong core, not in the musculature per se, but in the sense of being, holding your values true. And moving down now to the root chakra. And again, root chakra is really, really blocked. Not surprised if we're having all that misalignment. Okay. So I'll go from top to bottom. think the blockage is coming from a really specific point. You'll feel some cool metal. And it's turning red right away, and that tells me something. That tells me that there's internal heat there, and that's from that blockage. So it gets trapped when there's no flow to the energy. And I'm trying to untangle it as I do this, tracing along the energy lines. So what I see stuck here is definitely a little itty bit of emotional distress, let's say. Something unresolved, something that happened a while ago, but you haven't truly let it go yet, where you felt like your trust was broken. So this point right here, this third eye point, is our intuition point. And you haven't fully started to trust your own intuition again after that. So let's try and get that cleared out. Switching between rolling the amethyst and tracing the aventurine. We've got aventurine for positivity, pulling it from the third eye to the crown chakra, allowing flow and exit of any issues with trust. Trusting yourself, I should say. And then we've got the calm and the ease of the amethyst to balance out the positivity and the hope of the aventurine. I'm going to do this kind of repetitively for the next minute or two. Like any other movement, our brain needs time to adjust to the change that we're trying to let it do. Just like learning a dance or stretching a body part, you need to go slowly and repetitively, rolling, pulling, rolling, pulling. All while hearing that constant little tink, tink of my bracelet. Nice reminder, the movement of my body counteracting the stillness of yours. Let me do the work. gonna work just a little bit more into the scalp. I feel like you just need to relax. And then on top of that, me tracing these meridian lines are really gonna stimulate that intuition point, creativity on the right side. On the left side, the logic, the thoughts, the critical thinking and deep thinking. Sometimes my clients will ask, what does this specific treatment do? And yes, we stimulate the meridian lines, but sometimes our energy just needs to be touched and taken care of and given an opportunity to feel every little movement of my wooden chopsticks, knitting needles. Bringing awareness to how much sensation our body truly has. And once we can align with all these flowing points, then we can also align with the energy, with the mind and the body and the spirit. Placing this right on the third eye. Connect. Move my bracelet now that you've gotten used to my touch. We're going to work a little more on the body. I'm going to take a raven's feather for wisdom. not surprised that the darker nail color has called to you. The aura in general is pretty cloudy and dark. Darkness is not negativity. Darkness is simply opacity. Those who are drawn to darker auras tend to retain more, feel a little deeper, take on more of others' pain and suffering. Generally more empathetic, a little more sensitive. You're someone who's going to have a harder time watching the suffering of others and just letting it go. And sometimes those things are out of our control. I wonder if a little bit of this misaligned sound energy frequencies is that dichotomy between wanting to do something and not being able to do something. That can be really hard for people like you. And sometimes by letting go, by accepting that there are things we cannot change, by accepting that we can't be everybody's savior, that we can't fix everything for everyone, sometimes that's how we actually wind up doing more for others. Because you can focus on who you can help and what you can change, instead of feeling overwhelmed by it. There are no good aura colors. There are no bad aura colors. There are only different shades of what we all have inside of us. Our aura changes colors all the time. Like looking at a prism. It can look different depending on when and where the light hits. Spray the feather, some cleansing water. And we're going to create some smoke. We have this candle, Revive, and that's perfect for you. These are sort of spiritually infused candles from Holyia. It's a small business and a really beautiful smell. I'll have you just take a nice deep breath. Really yummy. And revival is perfect for you. That's what you need right now. A bringing back to what once was. Gonna absorb the warmth, the candle, and run along the body. I'm gonna remove these and place them instead around you. I'm gonna place a few different stones actually. I feel like that would be beneficial. Quartz probably. Protection. Some lemon stone for positivity. We'll do an agate obelisk on my core sacral. Okay. I can feel you literally melting into me. Your energy, at least, is really starting to release with this. We so rarely get grounded in our regular life. Just receiving physical pressure and warmth onto the body. Feeling of being held with intention. I'm gonna leave this burning. It smells really good. Pull a few cards for you. Not a full reading, just using my animal tarots to get a sense of where we are in the process. So I'm going to have you gently place your hands somewhere on this deck and pull out one single card. There you go. And shuffle them up again. We'll do 2 cards, one for each form of that energy. And take the other hand now and do the same thing. Perfect, thank you. Ah, fascinating. We have on the one hand the whale, deep thinker, very present and ominous, larger than life creature. A symbol of strength, a symbol of solitude. And then on the other hand, phoenix, lightness, air, swiftness, rising from the fire, from the ashes, form of renewal. So you have a card that represents unique, larger than life presence, and then the new and constant change. One below the surface, one rising constantly. It is that dichotomy, that balance issue you're having, essentially. Doing everything I do on one side, on the other. Everything here and here, same. Encouraging that balance. Phoenix on the right side, the whale on the left side. And sometimes I'm drawn to just one part of the body. For you, I'm really drawn up and down and up and down. It's this pull. Grabbing little pockets of energy where I see them. I get a little bit of cloudiness in this throat chakra. It's starting to come out now. Moving some of the negative energy now through the crown chakra, one of our exit points. Just relax. I got you. Leaving this for just a moment as it is. I'm going to focus lastly on the hands. Putting one little drop on each fingertip. Again, focusing on the exit points, the removal of some of that cloudy, dark energy. Leaving them here on the towels to not waste the oil or get it on the clothes. One last sweep. Removing anything that doesn't need to be here. You to take one breath in through the nose, just breathing in here, and then blowing out. Good. Using the wax, mark the body. Leaving you with this revival for the day to come. Take your time in waking up. It's going to take a second. You might be a little dizzy. When you feel ready, you can get up and meet me out front. We'll share our cup of tea together.